Hello and welcome to our kitchen again. Today we're going to be making a pesto orecchiette with chicken sausage, and the chicken sausage has mango and adobe chilies in it. Here's a picture the types of orecchiette that you can get. It's kind of a new pasta on the market. Here's the orecchiette on the right side, the orecchiette regata. And on the left side, this is an organic orecchiette that you could buy at a Whole Foods market. And here's the regate. You could see it's got rigid edges on it, across it. And then over here on the left side, the one that we got at the Whole Food market, the Miss Macaroni product here is a smooth edge, smooth surface. Okay, here on our cutting board, we've got the ingredients that we're going to be using for the pesto orecchiette with chicken sausage. So here on our plate, 8 ounces of fully cooked Italian-style chicken sausage links. As I mentioned, we've got mango and adobe in these, and we want to remove the casings and then thinly slice them diagonally. We're also going to use half or a third a cup of pesto, so there we have some fresh basil that we've got out of our own garden or at the windowsill. We chopped off some fresh basil there, and we're going to use about equal to about a cup of that. Then there's extra virgin olive oil. Then going up on the left side, we have a cup of frozen peas and carrots. And then in the middle there on the top left, there's a mixture of Romano of Parmesan cheese. And of that, we'll be using about a half a cup. And then on the top right, there's a pound of frozen green beans that are out of the garden, fresh. They were trimmed and then blanched about 3 minutes, and then we froze them in pound packages. We got some garlic there. We're going to use about 2 to 3 cloves of that to make the pesto sauce. And on the bottom there, it's the right side is our orecchiette. And we're going to use about 12 ounces of that. For the pesto sauce, we forgot to put the nuts. So you could use about a half a cup of pine nuts if you wish, half a cup of cashews. And the recipe that we're making today, we did use half a cup of pecans. Okay, we want to get ourselves a 3 to 4 quart saucepan of halfway full with water. Get it to the boiling point as we have here. Then we're going to add our orecchiette pasta, and the cooking instructions is 11 to 13 minutes. I always put it at 13 minutes because that gives me 10 minutes to get the rest of the ingredients prepared, and the last 3 minutes of the cooking of the pasta is when we're going to add the frozen vegetables, and that's going to be just enough time to thaw them out and warm them up, but not cook them completely. As I mentioned, it'll be about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. You can use 2 depending on your taste for garlic. And what we're going to do here is cut off the ends, and then we're going to place the butcher knife over the garlic to smash it with the palm of our hand, because that is an easy way to remove the outer paper type covering over the garlic. And we could see that it's smashed, and then you just throw that into your food processor with your basil and your cheese and your nuts. Process that until it's all mixed up, and then we add the oil a little at a time, and the amount of oil we'll put up to half a cup. You could use a fourth, a cup, a third. Just put a little at a time until you get the texture that you personally like. Okay, we see over here now we're at 3 minutes on our pasta boiling, and we're putting in our vegetables, and you could see that it did bring to a halt the boiling, but it's okay. The water is still hot. The pasta is just about done, or is done, and the last 3 minutes is going to thaw out and cook those vegetables, make them warm rather, not continue to cook them, but just thaw them out and warm them up. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes now, and the pasta and the vegetables are done. drained them off here in a strainer, but we're not rinsing them with water. And up here on the top in this black cup, we have a 1 cup of water that we saved from the water that we used to cook the pasta in, and we'll show you why. Okay, we're getting our sausage cut up. It's good to have it at room temperature because it's easier to take off the casing. There we have them, all the casing off, and we've got them chopped up, about 1-inch diagonals, and a little olive oil in a pan, and we're just warming them up pretty quick. Now we'll get over here and start working on adding the pesto sauce to the warm pasta and vegetables. And we're going to put about 1/3 cup in there. So after we put in the 1/3 cup of pesto sauce, we stir that up, and then now we're adding about 1/2 cup there of the Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese, and again we're going to mix that in. And you want to work with this right away as soon as you got the water drained off, and it's better to have your chicken kind of warmed up in the pan before, because you want to work with the vegetables and the pasta right away. Don't allow them to cool down because the heat is melting the cheese and the pesto sauce, getting it mixed in well better than if it was colder. So we can see here after we mix in the cheese, we added a little, I think we added about 1/4 cup of the pasta water, but you can add anywhere from the 1/4, 1/3, 2/3 up to a cup, depending on how moist you want your pasta. This is the pasta dish, and this is nothing like a spaghetti or linguine type sauce. It's not really saucy. So you add the amount of water you want, it depending on how moist you want your pasta dish. Okay, now we have all that mixed up, and we'll take our chicken sausage and add that in. And we can see here we're adding in the chicken sausage and how moist the vegetables and the pasta look. As I mentioned, this time, I mean, every time it's different. One time we used a cup of water, another time 1/2 cup, this time we used about 1/4. So it just depends on every time you cook it as to how much of that water you want to use. And the reason why we're not just using regular water, we're using the water from the cooking of the pasta. It's kind of a little bit starchy, and so it's got some thickness to it, and that way the water will cling more to the pasta and vegetables than to be really runny and just sitting at the bottom. Here we have it plated. A nice pasta dish. The pesto orecchiette with chicken sausage. And you could use any chicken sausage you want. It doesn't have to have the mango or adobe in it. They have other ones that have maple and apple. This is the al fresco sausage, chicken sausage we're using. We use that because there's no preservatives. It's minimally processed, and it's all natural. Up on the top left side, we have a salad we threw together. It doesn't show everything there, but we've got some blueberries in there, toasted almonds, 1 red bell pepper chopped, probably about 5 or 6 Brussels sprouts of quartered chopped, and a handful of spinach, baby spinach, and 2 types of kale that we've chopped up. Here's a close-up again of our pesto orecchiette with chicken sausage, and a plate of the salad over there with the poppy seed dressing. So we hope that you enjoy making this for yourself and your family, and we know that you will. It's a very easy, simple pasta dish to make. You can do it under 30 minutes, and it'll become one of your favorites to add to your weekly dinner plan. So thanks for coming to our kitchen, and we hope that you come back and look at our other videos of food videos that we've made on other different recipes. And again, thank you, and have a good day, have a good evening. Bye.